to check in and give you guys another update on how the Dr. Aron Method is going. I know I just uploaded a video a few weeks ago, but I actually recorded that in November and it's already January 11th. So I figured now would be a good time. And I especially wanted to do it now because I've been flaring. My skin has been flaring up. I'm starting to heal now, so I kind of wish that I would have recorded this like yesterday or a few days ago. But hopefully you can see what's going on and I'll explain. So in the last video, I talked about how I've been really lax with my diet and I need to like get it together basically. And it's funny because in the last video I was like, oh, you know, Halloween just happened, so there's been a lot of candy and sweets around and I've just been indulging. And I kind of talked like after that I was gonna get better, but get better about, you know, eating better. But what happens after Halloween? Holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So I've just been around all the foods that are not good for me and I've had no willpower. So I kind of think that my the flare that I'm coming down from has been a result of that. So I don't know if you can really see, but you can see on my chest here, it's a little red and it's rough. There's also, I have a patch of eczema on my shoulder here. My neck, oh, you really can't see it. I'll try and show you, but I'll add some pictures in the video if you really can't see it. So you can see the back of my neck here is red and discolored. It's also bumpy like my arms, which I'm about to show you, and it was raw in some spots. But my neck has been flaring really bad in my arms. So you can see it's like bumpy. I have light patches. It was kind of like this in the last video, but well, this is just showing you that after months, it did get better, and then it got worse again because I've just been eating anything in sight. And the same thing on the other arm. So all these little spots, these are like little bumps. It's like my skin is rough. All on here, you can see the other side. Yeah, all this. And so it's been pretty bad, like at night. Oh, my hands too. My hands are like super dry. And I just feel like my skin in general has been really dry. I mean, I know it's winter, but I know I haven't been drinking enough water, so I need to get better about that. But I just kind of feel like I look dusty all the time. That's like the only word that I can think of to describe it. But I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, you dehydrated or something. So I'm working on that. On top of my skin looking the way that it does, it's been itching like crazy, especially at night. So this area of my chest, I told you it's kind of, you know, it's red there and it's a little rough. That's been itching really badly at night. And my arms and my hands, like here, this part of my wrist, whoo, that itches so bad at night. And so, yeah, like I said, it's just, I personally believe that it's just been me eating like crap. Yeah, I've just kind of been eating all sorts of random stuff that I normally don't eat, even like things containing gluten and dairy, which I know I need to stay away from. But it finally caught up with me, not only like, you know, showing on my skin, but at the top of this year, my stomach's just been sick for like the past week, and I really haven't been able to eat anything. I won't give you details, but basically my body has just been rejecting all sorts of food, probably because my body's just like, what are you eating? Like, what are you putting in me right now? I can't deal with this. So I guess you can say I started off the new year with the cleanse because I haven't been eating much. But now I know, like, okay, I'm really gonna focus and get better about the foods that I'm putting into my body, because clearly what I have been eating, she don't like. So I gotta get it together. I've really been I've been doing a lot of research about Dr. Sebi. If you don't know who that is, look him up. There's tons of videos on YouTube explaining like his philosophies, his healing philosophies, and like the foods that he recommends to eat. So it's SEBI, Dr. Sebi. And he talks about eating, you know, alkaline foods, electric foods, as he calls them, that heal the body. And so I've been thinking about maybe trying that. But as I learned with the GAPS diet, I'm not going to jump into it blindly. I've been doing my research, and if I decide to really do it, I'm going to slowly phase into it by, you know, cutting things, eliminating things from my diet and slowly adding new things in. Not just one day saying, okay, I'm eating like this and that's the end of it. Right now I'm focusing on eating a lot more fresh veggies, and clean foods, no gluten, no dairy, because can't do it, and no sugar. I think that's probably the main thing that's been going on with me. It's just I've been eating a lot of sugar, and I know that that's just no good for my body. So again, when I figure out the details of what it means for me to be healthier, I'm going to share that as far as how I'm eating. But I'm still in the process of figuring it out. And I said I'm looking into the Dr. Sebi and his food list and eating more of those types of foods. The only thing is that's a vegan lifestyle. And giving up meat, I don't know if I can do it yet. So we'll see. That will be a process. If I do it. The main reason that I wanted to check in with you guys is because I wanted to share that healing is not a linear journey. It's not always going to be, a steady incline to where we want to be. My journey has definitely been like this, with big dips and high highs and low lows. And it's been like that not only in my appearance and how I feel, actually seeing the eczema on my skin, but also just my mindset towards everything that's been happening. And my approach in working towards healing. And so as far as my diet goes, there was a time when I was very strict about what I was eating. I never ate gluten, never ate dairy, and I was cooking everything that I ate. And then I had a long period of time that I just, shared with you guys where I was just kind of eating whatever, because I was like, this is what I feel like doing right now, and I'm gonna do it. And it was important for me to go through that because I realized, ooh, this is not good for my body. My body doesn't like it. I don't like the way that I feel when I eat certain things, and I don't like the way that it makes my skin react. And so I needed to go through that period to be reminded of why I was so strict at one point. I'm not saying I'm going to go back to the way that I was, because there was a time when I was eating no fruit, and I was literally cooking every last thing that I put inside my body. Now, I don't think I have to do all of that, but as lax as I've gotten in these past few months, I definitely need to be better than I have been. And so I'm learning what that is now. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because if you're anything like me, I used to beat myself up a lot if, my body wasn't healing the way that I thought it should. Like, oh, my skin's breaking out. It's my fault. I did something, I ate something, I had a negative thought, and it's showing up on my skin. That's literally the way that I used to think. And so I just want to say, like, don't do that to yourself. Like, I know it's tempting. Well, for me, not tempting, but for me it was a struggle because I can be a perfectionist at times, and when I want something to happen and it's not going my way, I blame myself. But don't blame yourself. The whole thing is a process. And in those moments where things aren't going the way that you think they should, just take a step back and say, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? How do I move forward from this? And not just beat myself up and put myself down, but assess the situation and say, okay, this is happening. I'm not the happiest about it, but what can I do to move forward in a positive and progressive way? So that's been a big lesson that I've learned in this whole process. For sure. So I hope you guys aren't beating yourselves up out there and blaming yourselves if there's something going on. If you're interested in my journey thus far, my decision to do the Aron Method and my first update, which was a few months into the Aron Method, check out the other videos I've posted. I also just posted a new video, a short sketch. That's repetitive. A sketch is short. But a comedic sketch about something that actually happened to me when I was out at a day party. Things that happen to you when you have eczema. So check that out. Me and my brother have been working on some new videos, and it's pretty funny. I think those of you watching who have eczema can and will relate. But yeah, check it out. I'll put the links below, and I'll put the link to my blog below. And yeah, check it out to learn more about my story and my journey. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys next time.